Jews only refer to the southern kingdom of Judah and Benjamin. It doesn't refer to all the 12 tribes of Israel. And so that's the context of the scriptures. Again, if you don't understand the context, you'll be deceived. And if the blind lead the blind, they both will fall into the ditch. And if you're in these 501c3 corporations, come out of her, my people, then you're deceived. The only way you're gonna be undeceived is come from among her. They're gonna be destroyed. That's part of the Catholic Church, the Antichrist church system, Babylon. Come out of her, my people. The Most High is crying unto it. Then the scripture says, lift up your voice like a trumpet. The trumpets are sounding. The Most High's people, the trumpets, the people that are preaching the gospel of the kingdom, we're the trumpets. We're sounding. These are the end times. This happening right before our very eyes. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, hear, understand, and obey the scriptures and do what the scripture says to do. So the scripture said, whosoever believe, it's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. But when it says believe, it's not just saying, okay, you believe. It means that you obey and believe. That is taken into account. If you say you believe, then you're obeying the scripture. But people don't get that. They think, oh, all I got to do is believe. No, you got to obey. That's believing. If you don't do what the scripture says to do, then you really don't believe. Yahusha, Jesus said, why call me Lord if you don't do what I say? So you have to obey the scriptures. And one of the first commandments is love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind. Keep the Sabbath. That's part of that love. If you say you love him, keep the Sabbath. Keep the Sabbath to keep it holy. He said keep the Sabbath to remember the Passover. He brought us out of Egypt. That's why we keep the Sabbath, to remember the Passover. Because we're his chosen people. Today is the Sabbath. But your 501c3 corporations, they don't keep the Sabbath. That's why they got you going to church on the first day of the week. The buildings were never called churches. They were called synagogues. And so this whole world is in deception. And if you're a part of that, then you're deceived. The scripture said the devil deceived the whole world. And specifically, the 12 tribes of Israel that don't believe the gospel of the kingdom. The scripture says only a remnant of us, 12 tribes of Israel, is going to be saved. Because a lot of us don't want to believe. Yahushua, Jesus said, if you don't believe